Good afternoon, friends and comrades. I was going to do a video elaborating more on the Saab case. I went in Miami in person for his latest status hearing, his diplomatic status hearing that lasted 3 days over the course of a couple of weeks. And I was going to wait till I got home around the 28th to do a video on this, but I've done this video during my vacation with my family on the holidays now because of the urgency of the latest news that I heard from Judge Scola, who made his final decision on the status hearing that is now going to be appealed to the 11th Circuit by the Saab, the Ambassador Alex Saab's defense team. His final decision was, because the United States does not recognize Maduro or have diplomatic relations with Venezuela, that Alex Saab is not a real diplomat. I mean, the absurdity of this, and the precedent that it sends, the danger that it sends to our own diplomats throughout the world, is unbelievable. I'm still in shock. I've written nothing. I'm going to speak from the heart. From what I understand, this is just another example of the United States' hypocrisy and lack of respect for international law. Those of you who know about the Hague Invasion Act know that the United States is not a signator of the ICC, known as the International Criminal Court in The Hague, but likes to preach to the world or impose in their imperialist way international law, not practicing itself in its hypocritical fashion. And because of the Hague Invasion Act, it's now legal under U.S. law if The Hague pursues an investigation against any U.S. American for war crimes, the United States has a right to invade the Netherlands or Holland. The last country to do so was Nazi Germany. Nazi Germany, which became a superpower, and a total lack of respect for international norms. That's the menace that is the U.S. today. Chain had warned us about that decades ago. Che Guevara had said that the United States was turning into a power like the Nazis. And it's worse now than it was then. And in actuality, it's ironic what I just stated about Che, because one of the people that trained the Rangers with the CIA that captured and assassinated Commander Che Guevara was none other than Klaus Barbie, who was the head of important concentration camp in France during the Holocaust. And so you have the United States acting with impunity and total disregard and lack of respect for international law now. And this latest decision puts in immediate danger, actually, because frequently Biden has been sending his special envoy, I can't think of his name, it doesn't matter, to Venezuela to negotiate with Maduro, who supposedly is not the real president of Venezuela. I don't want to get into that right now, but this special envoy in his next trip to Venezuela to negotiate any deal, now Maduro has total legal justification because of this decision by Judge Scola, because Maduro doesn't recognize Biden. Maduro doesn't have currently officially diplomatic relations with the United States. So it puts everything in danger. This total disregard for international law. And this imperialism needs to be exposed. We need to back the defense of Ambassador Alex Saab, his defense team, in their appeal of this disastrous decision. And we need to continue in the struggle. This case, I followed it closely. I wrote a book about it. I met Alex Saab's wife last year in Venezuela. I've attended all the hearings from the beginning, all the way from over a year ago now. This is very disappointing news, but I know Alex Saab and the people of Venezuela and his supporters will continue to fight this, will continue to fight the genocidal terroristic sanctions known as unilateral coercive measures, which are legal according to the UN. Heroes like Saab, who are trying to make an example out of, who fought or defied these sanctions, have paid a high price for this. But we have to continue on. Thank you, friends and comrades.